My name is Aivah Harris. I'm 11 years old. My company's name is Nature's Beauties, and to open my company, I sell lip glosses and soaps.
Oh my goodness gracious. I am so excited to meet you. You are my first young entrepreneur and businesswoman. I'm so psyched. Okay, so I'm going to have to ask you a few questions so that way we can, before we start talking about your business. Um,
Okay.
where did you come from? Like, who are you? Like, I mean, do you have siblings? Where do you go to school? Who are you?
Well, I have two older brothers, Keyshawn and Jordan, and I go to school in Providence, Rhode Island.
And what do you like to do the most at school? What are the activities that you actually do at school often?
Well, I love to go to art class because that's my favorite class. Because like we do like a lot of like different stuff that you would usually do in art class.
And now, um, in school, are you? I mean, well, before we even go there, school. Let's talk about school. You've been home for quite some time. So,
hmm
how was it when you were in school, and then when you heard what was going on, and then you were home? What? I mean, how did that? How was that for you in regards of not seeing your friends? But how was it when you got the first word saying school was done for the year?
Well, at first for me, because when like most of all the schools like left and like they didn't go back, my school was actually going on a break. So I got to like take a break and like I had to like get all of like the info in and they were like still saying like they were showing us. So I think our school got more like help to like transition because we had like a break and we got to like see all the stuff and we got to like learn how to work Zoom and stuff. And that was kind of hard though at the same time. And like I didn't get to see my friends a lot. I've seen my friends like once this summer and I would usually see them like a lot more. So
Are you able to talk to? So you had a break. Was it a 1 week vacation? Um,
um it was a 2 week break because we don't have February or April vacation. So
okay, so then you had the break, and so during the break you were at home, so you weren't seeing your friends at all. So how was it when you went back to school?
when we went back to school, I felt like it was like kind of at first it was getting like kind of a little weird, but like I was still happy that I got to like at least like see my friends and stuff because like we were like FaceTiming and texting, but like that was just not as like fun and the same. And then we got to see our teachers a lot, and that was really fun.
Did you have full days of school, or did you have half days? Because I've spent a lot of time talking to my friends' kids, and they were saying how they had 1 or 2 hours of school, and then they were doing schoolwork, but they didn't have that interaction. So did you get to spend a lot of time on Zoom talking to your friends and talking to your teachers and your classmates and being more productive, or was it 1 or 2 hours per day, and then you had schoolwork all day by yourself?
It was all day. We would have Zoom most of the day, and then like certain periods we would have not on Zoom, and we would just have like they would give us the work and we would just do it, but then we would have to go back on Zoom.
So was it weird as in, I mean, is it still weird for you, or is it now just to the point where you feel very comfortable with it?
It's still kind of weird to me, like this whole coronavirus and this all the Zooms and stuff, but it's getting better. It's like not as difficult and weird before as it is now. So.
Well, I have to say that one of the things I love about young people are that you guys, it's odd at the beginning, but you learn really, really quickly how to pivot, like how to change your ways, and what was normal before is now this is your new normal. So then, of course, I have to be very curious. How did you start your company? Because you're at home, you're going on break, the pandemic starts with the coronavirus, and then you're trying to navigate school, and then you start a business. So tell me about how, where did this come from?
So me and my friends were kind of having like a bunch of little businesses at school, but like we were gonna make one during quarantine, but I just like thought they weren't gonna put like a lot of work and effort. So I decided to do it by myself and kind of break and have my own business. So that's kind of how my business started.
Oh, well, no, we have to rewind a little bit. You are doing this in school, so does your school focus on entrepreneurship and businesses?
Kinda a little. Like my school is an all-girls school, so we're kind of really independent a lot. So I feel like that taught me how to like do a lot of stuff with a business and how to like manage my money and stuff better.
So why this? Why I mean, why did you choose the lip gloss? Like what? I mean, if you're already doing entrepreneurship in school and business, learning about business, you could pick anything. I mean, there's so many different items that you could pick from. Why this and why now?
Well, now because I feel like since my business is online, easier to it's easier and harder because I have more time to like spare because I'm not doing as much as I usually would do. But it's also harder because sometimes like this items I need to make my products like aren't either like they're not in stock, so I can't make them. But like at the same time, I feel like it made me like better so I could figure out more ways to like get it from and not just get it from the same spot.
What is the hardest thing about? Let's just like what's the hardest thing about starting a business? So you're in school, it's already in the mindset. I know that your dad's an entrepreneur, so it's in your family. But what was the hardest thing for you? Because you were going to do it with your friends, which some people would assume if you do it with your friends, it's easier. So at the beginning, what was by far the hardest part about starting your own business?
Probably managing my money because all my money I'm getting for my business is from my allowance. So every week I would get 20 bucks and I would have to figure out a way to save it and not spend it. And it really helped me with that. So
Do you think it was easier to save the money part because you weren't going out? And also, if we weren't in the pandemic, do you think you'd have this business?
I feel like if we weren't in this pandemic, there would be a less chance of me having this business, but a still good chance. And with the money, I feel like it was easier to like save because yeah, I wasn't going out as much and there's really nothing to spend it on. So
When you're looking at the business, so you knew that the money part was one aspect of it. How did you know that? Actually, who was it for? I mean, you designed this business, but who are your target audience? The people that would buy this the most, or or,
um
or the ones that you want to buy the most?
I want teenagers to like not full like grown women, like teenage to young adults to buy my stuff to like make them feel more beautiful because like I know people like sometimes feel self-conscious about their beauty and just make them feel better about themselves.
And what are the things that you have? So you have lip gloss, and what other things do you have, or what flavors do you have?
For my lip gloss, I have one that's called H2O, and that's my clear gloss. And then I have another one I have to put pictures for them. That's for the girl's best friend, which is like a sparkly one. And then I have to put another one on my website, and that is called Georgia Peach because it's like an orangey pink color.
And how did you learn how to make this?
Well, I watched a lot of videos on how to make lip gloss before I like bought the products and stuff because I saw different ways to do it. I saw some with like the pre-made gels and then I saw some like where you have to get aloe vera. So I decided to start off with the pre-made gels and that was like kind of hard because I had to like switch it up a little and put my own twist on it. So like I would add my own like because I also have natural strawberry flavoring oil to put in it so it gives like a flavor.
Did you have to do research or homework to find out what other people that are out there? So your competition. There's so many people that have lip gloss. There's so many young people, older people. The competition is so high. Why did you decide that lip gloss is where you wanted to be? One, and why did you decide the age range of? Because I mean, anyone could use lip gloss. So why did you decide the age range of the people that you were going to speak to or like sell to?
I decided the age range because I did a class on entrepreneurship for young people like me, and I first was gonna like do it really far, but the person who was teaching the class said you should cut it down a little. So I was like, okay, I feel like I should do these groups because I know like teenagers like to wear like lip glosses and stuff to like make their lips better. I know young adults also do it too, so I decided to do that range.
Where would you like this company to go? Because I mean, eventually we're going to go back to our new normal. Like I mean, like so eventually we don't know what the new normal is going to look like, but we're going to go back to the new normal. Right now, everyone's wearing face masks, so you can't see the lip gloss. So where do you want the company to go as you're growing the company, and do you want it to grow?
I do actually really, really want it to grow. Like I want to grow into like a full-on makeup line. So like I would sell like eyeshadow palettes, concealers, and all that type of stuff for like your makeup.
What will make your product stand out? Because every product has something that makes it stand out. Whether it's a celebrity supporting it, whether it's all natural, whether there's like a whole line of colors. What will make you stand out?
Well, for my lip glosses, when it gets bigger, I'm gonna do two color lip glosses. So it'll like start off as one color, but as you like continue to squeeze it, it'll like either mix or make another color. And I'm just also trying to keep my goal for like natural, not completely all natural, but like pretty much all natural products.
When the pandemic happened, there were so many people that were, I mean, people of all ages, all sizes, all over the world. They were scared. They were scared because they had small businesses that they had been working on for such a long time, whether they were in their homes or outside of their homes. And then they were like, no one's buying anything. How are you able to get people to pay attention to your new product?
Um, well, because my dad has been sharing my website on his Twitter a lot, and also because my store's online, like it kind of can't close unless I close it myself. So I feel like it's easier to sell because I'm like making sure I'm all sanitized before I make this stuff. So like people aren't like afraid to buy it.
What is your favorite marketing way of getting your product out? Like, what's like the one thing that you love doing? I mean, there's so many different ways of marketing a business, but what is the one that you love that works that people really can't wait till you do it again?
Well, I like to like find places that would like help me with my business, and I like to like put post my business like to the world and online. I hope it gets to me.
Is there one place that you like to post more that's more popular than another one for you?
Um, well, I liked it to when my dad helped me with it to post on his Twitter account because that really helped it. Because like he has a lot of business friends, and that helped my business grow even more for like people to help me like get some of my products so like nobody could steal them and help me like get make sure my website is secure.
I have to say that's a really smart thing that you used your channels, meaning that you could have done all the marketing by yourself, but by getting your dad and getting to the people that he knows, it's using different marketing channels, which I think that a lot of big companies don't do that sometimes to use different resources. They just depend on social media. And if they spread it out and go to other people, that's a really good thing. Um, you started your own business. What would you say to young people your age? Wait, remind me how old you are again.
I'm 11.
You're 11 years old. You're 11 years old, entrepreneur at 11 years old. What would you say to someone that is your age and someone that is, I don't know, somewhere near my age? What would you say to them if they had a job, they were in school, they're like, I want to do something, but I don't know where to start. What advice would you give them in regards of how should I start my business? Because I'm afraid.
Well, first, I believe you should find what you're gonna sell, and I feel like you should make sure you're ready for it and work really hard to like build it up. And I feel like if you do start a business, you need to do a lot of research about what you're going to be selling. So make sure like take classes about it and make sure people are going to like what you're going to sell.
You just mentioned the word research. What did you do to research? Because I mean, I'm thinking I would just Google it, but like how did you even create a way of researching this industry?
Well, I would go on YouTube a lot and watch videos on how to make lip gloss and how to like start your own business and online website and stuff. And then I would take classes about it. And I would also go on TikTok to find and I would search up lip gloss businesses and see how like they like run their businesses.
Wait, TikTok. I thought TikTok was only for like fun, creative dances and things like that. I didn't know you could actually learn things on TikTok as well, as in like how to make something.
Yeah, like they show you how sometimes they can show you how to make stuff. And I would always look at it to see like tips and tricks on like how to do it like because I was scrolling through it one day and it was like keep your business like not well cheap and try not to sell your products like if they're really small don't sell them for a high price and it just like I really learned like good tips from that so
Your family, how supportive is? I mean, you have two brothers, dad, mom. How supportive is your family in regards of this product?
they're really supportive my parents especially because they're always helping me with my business and helping me like to make my website and my products.
Is it hard getting? Is it hard listening where sometimes you don't understand or it's overwhelming? Do you ever feel like, all right, I got this, I got this, but then you're like, oh no, wait, I don't have this. Are you? Is it easy for you to ask for help when you're overwhelmed, or do you just keep it to yourself? You're like, oh, I'll figure it out, and then you're realizing, I should have asked for help.
Well, sometimes if like I'm overwhelmed, I would keep it to myself for like a little bit. And like if it starts like I really needed help, I would go and ask somebody for like support.
I think that that's advice that you should be telling everyone because if you know that at your age, more people should understand that if you feel overwhelmed, you should definitely ask for help without a doubt. If one of you are now you at the beginning, you said you had mentioned that you were going to do it with friends. If your friends see, are watching how your company is growing, would you consider bringing them on as different parts? And what parts of the company are missing that you want to get help with on the outside?
Um, I feel like I may or may not bring them on depending on how my business looks in the future. Like I know if my business does get big, I'll need to hire people, but I'm not sure if it would be like my friends because I feel like I would know them too much and it would just be kind of weird if like you're friends with your boss, like best friends with your boss. So,
I love that because it is kind of weird when you're the boss and you have to actually ask your friends to do something and it's like and they're looking at you like what we're friends we're gonna hang out later and then yet wait a second you want me to do what oh this is a lot of work too so yes I can understand that um, if you were going to if you had a pie in the sky like a big dream and I know you were saying that you want the company to grow but what are the key things that you'd want to see like I mean like let's just say 1 year from now 3 years from now 5 years from now what's that big thing that you'd like to see for your business.
I like to see myself selling more like different types of soaps and with more
Ooh.
different patterns and have like little like surprises in it and like bath bombs and just like self-care and like beauty products.
And what's the story that you want people to know about your company? So it's not just like the we call the essence of the lip gloss and the soaps, but what's the story that we will remember where we walk away and we sit there and grab your lipstick, I mean your lip gloss and your soaps. What's the story that will be associated with your company?
That I started my business from like only $10 and just made my way up.
Oh no, I have no. See again, you're giving me these gems, and I have to keep coming back to you. You started this company with $10. How was that even possible?
Well, I started it because I first got a like a place to make my website and it was a trial, so I only had $10 still. And then I was looking for places to like buy all my supplies, and then certain things like I could only buy like one product in a week. So it would take me really long to just get all the products to at least make one item.
So most kids will probably watch this. Most adults will kind of watch this and wonder, why didn't your parents just give you the money?
I think our parents didn't just give me the money because one, I didn't ask them for the money and I wanted to like do it myself, and two, because I think they knew that I could do it by myself and they didn't like offer me money because they did buy like two of my supplies that I needed because I needed them like really quick and I didn't have the money at the time, but I feel like that's it because they knew I could do it by myself.
Did you have to pay them back where you want to? Did you have to pay them back, and was it a payment plan, or did they just wait till you had the full money to give them back, or did they
Um,
in it?
they're just kind of waiting until I have the full money to give them back.
Oh, you know what? I have to say that's like one. I think you are an amazing person because I mean I think this is absolutely amazing that you literally took the responsibility of knowing what you wanted, doing the research, knowing the products, seeing the price points, and not wanting to ask for the money, which is amazing because you wanted to do it yourself. Which is, I mean, you're such an inspiration to even know that part. I mean, I love it. This is fantastic.
Thank you.
The company once you go back to school, when, and again, when you go back to, when everything goes back to the new normal, what happens to the company? How will you be able to maintain that, seeing your friends, running a business, going to school, being part of your family?
Well, I would probably maintain that by like going to school, doing the work, and then coming home and working on my business for like at least an hour a day to make sure it's like still running pretty well. And that if I would to make more products, I would probably make those on the weekends.
And how are the sales going?
Well, I hope they go good, but I haven't launched it yet. I'm launching it on Sunday because I was
Ah,
gonna wait for the interviews to launch it. So,
well, this is good. This is going to be perfect timing. This is fantastic. And where, like, I'm going to put your website online. I go, but where would you want? I mean, where would you? If I'm the first person that you're talking to, but where would you want people to see you? I mean, like, where would you want more individuals to interview you to actually sell the product?
well, I want people to like interview me from like big companies to see like ask me like how is your like sales going and would you like to like sell with us and stuff like that so it would get bigger.
What do you find is this is we're almost done. I know I got so much pressure, but it's we're almost done. But what do you find as the hardest part about owning a business, and what do you find as the easiest part and the fun part of owning your business?
The hardest part is probably making sure you always have like the supplies to make the products. And I think the easiest and the fun part is just having a business.
Some people wouldn't find having their own business fun. It's a lot of work. And
Yeah.
this is why I'm like so curious. Like, what I mean, what is that part where it's fun, but why is it fun for you? I mean, what you could be doing anything. Like, what makes the business world fun for you?
Well, I just really like making all the supplies and stuff for it. And I really like when I had to like build my website and stuff, and that was just really fun.
And did you build the website by yourself, or did someone else do it for you, or teach you how to do it?
I watched like videos on how to do it and I found a place to make my website. So I built it on that, but mostly by myself.
Now, at 11 years old, you're very self-taught. You like, I mean, you figured out the concept of managing your money. You figured out how to build a business. You figured out how to create a website. You're self-taught. Where did that come from? Because you didn't just like all of a sudden say like, I'm gonna teach myself how to do this. Like, where did that energy of an excitement to learn come from?
Well, when I was little, I went to a Montessori school, so we really had to do a lot of stuff like by ourselves and independently. So I think I learned most of it from that.
If you were speaking to someone, again, your age, that didn't go to Montessori school, see, I'm going to ask you a trick question. They didn't go to Montessori school and they're from another country. What advice would you give them? Because they're seeing this video and they're like, wait a second, if she can do it, I can do it. What is the best advice you would give to anyone your age from this country and another country on two or three steps on how to start your own something? It doesn't have to be a business, but to start your own something.
Well, whatever you're starting, you still need to do research and make sure you're determined to start it and make sure you're not just gonna like quit in the middle and make sure that if it does go big that you're still maintaining like your personal life and still like having fun.
I love it. I love it. I love it. When do you take time off?
Um, it depends. Like sometimes I would just like not work on it for like a day because like I just need a quick break. And sometimes I would work on it like all day.
All day, but I'm sure you stop and eat lunch and engage.
Yeah.
I heard you had a really big garden outside, so I'm thinking you may help with the garden.
Yeah, it's near my mom's garden, so we like take care of that and we pick a lot of vegetables from there.
Awesome. All right, so my last question to you. If you had a personal ask for anyone that is listening to you, a personal ask, and if you had a private professional ask, and not private professional ask, what are the two things that you ask anyone that's watching, something personal for you and something for your business? What would they be?
My personal one would probably be, hmm, I think, hmm, like this one's kind of like personal and professional, but like if a business does like get big, how do you like maintain that? And for my personal one, is like how to make sure your sales stay up and they don't like drop.
Well, no, wait a second. So I'm going to go back. So your personal. So if you want something to for the personal one, I wasn't clear. So what was your personal one? Something just for you?
Well, that's kind of like personal and for a business, like how to like maintain a business and just like a life pretty well.
How to maintain the personal and the business. And I get that because I try to do that every single day. It's sometimes hard, sometimes easy. And then for the professional one, one more time.
How to make sure your sales don't just suddenly drop.
So we want to make sure that you succeed leaps and bounds. And so we want to make sure that your sales go up, definitely not down. And if they go down, I'm sure that you're going to come up with creative ways to pivot to make sure that everyone's paying attention and everyone's buying things versus not buying things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. It was so nice talking to you. It was,
You too.
was this hard? Was this okay?
Yeah. Quick question. Can I
Sure.
email you like, because I sent you the what my website will look like. Can I email you like the page where you can sign up for it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I'm going to sit in and grab whatever you give me so that way I can put this on so that way as many people can hear and see, but also can get lip gloss, which would be amazing, number one. And number two, I want more young people to see what you're doing because during the pandemic, some older people, even some younger people, assume that everyone's sitting back and watching TV. And I want everyone to know that not everyone's sitting back and watching TV. When they're on their computers, they're actually learning new things and they're creating new things and they're starting their own businesses. So, oh my God, I am so happy to have met you and to hear the process of what you've been doing. I mean, you inspired me, and this is like the best day to talk to you. I'm so excited. So, anytime
Thank you.
you need anything, definitely come to me because I want to make sure that you have a long, 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 long life of being an entrepreneur, whether it's for this business or for anything else that you do. So, thank you so very much for taking
Thank you.
time of your day.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.